All right, so I've been sitting in traffic on my way to work, and it's going so slow. I basically could get out and walk to work at this point. But since I've been sitting in this same spot for so long, I hate to admit it, but I was like, let me go down memory lane real quick, right? So I went back and listened to all the songs and the music that was popular when I was young, when I was in college. So, the stuff that came out between, 2004 and 2012, and I stumbled across this 3 6 Mafia playlist of a lot of the songs that were popular during that time. And man, young people, let me tell you something. I know sometimes we may come off as preachy and as judgy, but listen, we was wild. We were man, if you go back and listen to some of those songs and what they were saying in them songs, and if you go back to some of them parties we was at, see, it's not like today where you go to the club and ain't nobody dancing and everybody's trying to get bottles and get in a section and pull out a phone. No, man. In the early 2000s when we was young, I'm talking about us from the ages of 32 to 45. When we was young, we was in, man, I don't even want to talk about what we was doing, but all I can say is, man, if your shirt wasn't a little bit wet from sweat, if the walls wasn't sweating, if you wasn't, man, we were wild. Like we was, man, all that marijuana we was smoking. Look, I'm an old man. I didn't say marijuana. All that weed we was smoking, all that E&J and Everclear and 99 bananas and all that stuff we was drinking. Man, we was wild. So we not coming at you like, oh, I'm such a good person. No, we did everything y'all doing. We didn't do it, except for like a lot of us, we wasn't messing with pills and all that kind of stuff. Especially nowadays with fentanyl, no, we wasn't dealing with the pills. But we was doing a whole lot of drinking and smoking and grinding and sexing. It was crazy. So we not saying it like we perfect. But what we are saying is we've been there. And we did that. And young folk, just think about it for a second. Look around you. Look at the older people around you. Your older siblings, your older cousins, some of your younger aunts and uncles, some of your friends, older siblings. That's between 32 and 45. A lot of us, we don't got nothing to show for that. Except baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, debt, sicknesses, diabetes, high blood pressure. It's not like just for real. Just think about it. How many of us would you look at it and say, man, they really doing the thing? I want the life that they got. They got the happy family. They got the good, well-behaved kids. They got their house. They taking a vacation 2 times a year. They got the kids in summer camp. The kids got good grades. They in good shape. They got a loving marriage. Man, I want that in 10 years. A lot of us, we did all that stuff and it set us back. Messed us up. Damn near ruined our lives. Dashed our hopes and dreams. Put stuff on halt. Dashed our self-confidence, our self-esteem, our self-worth. Put us far, far behind, and we still trying to make up for it to this day. A lot of us, we trying to figure out, we're trying to figure out how to make up for our wasted 20s and our 30s and 40s. So we're not necessarily trying to judge y'all enough. We just letting y'all know, like, man, that stuff ain't worth it. You're really not going to get much out of that except for some heartache, some run-ins with some people that you shouldn't be dealing with in the first place. Some of you going to have some rumors about you and some gossip. Some of you going to mess up a real good situation for somebody that you shouldn't be dealing with. Some of y'all going to wind up with 18 years of co-parenting drama. Some of you going to wind up with a lifetime of regret because you was planning on doing this and doing that, but you had to put it on the back burner because you had an unexpected kid, and then it started off on the back burner, then it turned out that you actually never did it, you never chased it, you never pursued it. Some of us, unfortunately, are going to wind up with some uncurable stuff. Some of us going to wind up with some addictions. Some of us going to wind up with some mental health stuff because of who we deal with and what substances we were taking in during that time. So it's not all about, us trying to judge y'all. We just trying to tell y'all, man, that it seemed real fun in the moment. And I'm not going to lie. I hate to say it, but some of it was fun. But it's consequences that come with it too. And a lot of us suffered the consequences and are still suffering the consequences. And that's all we're trying to tell y'all. It ain't all it's cracked up to be. Especially nowadays. Because as generations go by, things become more and more dangerous. Like now, it's nothing to mess around one time with something and lose your life. So that's all we're saying, man. It's not all it's cracked up to be. In most cases, it ain't even worth it. You might as well just go ahead and bypass it. We know you're not going to bypass it because you're young. And when we was young, we wasn't trying to hear that. We was trying to have fun. But at least be careful. Have some restraints. Have some lines. And here's the most important part. If you hear something in your head telling you, don't mess with them, don't get in that car, go home, don't smoke that, don't drink that, don't hang out with them, don't answer that phone. Listen to that voice that's telling you not to do it. Listen to, that's warning. That's warning. And for a lot of people that's not here no more, the last thing they heard was that voice telling them, hey, don't do that. But they ignored the voice and they did it anyway, and they not here no more. So at the very least, have a line of I'm not going this far. And when you hear that voice telling you, don't do it, please, don't do it. Don't do it.